Welcome to Because. We have a great show planned for you today. First, we'll stop out and check out our Park District volunteer reception. Next, Pat Casler will be in studio as we discuss our foundation's upcoming Solstice Hop Vine event. And we'll conclude today's episode with Mary Rice from Spring Valley as she checks out yoga in the cabin. Stick around and we'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, my name is Dawn, and I take time for fun by enjoying fantastic events like this, springtime here at the farm, where I get to learn about history, and I bring my kids here every single year. We have a really great time learning about the past.
WSPD, your place to take time for fun.
Welcome to the 2014 volunteer reception. My name is Tony LaFrenere. I'm the executive director for this great park district, and it's my honor to MC this event for a second time. We're very happy to see everybody here tonight to celebrate the park district's wonderful volunteers. It's wonderful to recognize the dedication and hard work all of you do, giving back something in return for the talent and time to each of you throughout the year. It's truly our volunteers that make our programs and events a success and a credit to our community. So specifically for me, I've been here just about 2 years, and I had want to share a couple comments I've had dealing with volunteers and be involved with the volunteers. One of the first events that I went to upon becoming the executive director was a family fun night at the sports center, and arrived there to see about 400 kids having a fantastic time. But what even impressed me even more was the fact that there was about 40 volunteers in attendance, helping out and making sure that the kids had fun. Again, for example, George Gray and his recreation volunteers gave 8,500 hours to assist the recreation department in 2013. So a round of applause for those volunteers. For myself, the first event that I got to officially volunteer at was a Spring Valley Sugarbush Fair. There I was proud to be one of 50 volunteers at that Saturday event, specific event, serving over 1,000 residents and community members. So again, a great testament to the volunteers, just one of the different events. Last year, Judy Vito's volunteers at Spring Valley tallied a whopping 11,860 hours. So again, just an amazing tribute to the volunteers that we have throughout the community. We really do appreciate all your volunteering, your time, and assisting others in the community to take time for fun. And again, we put a couple of mementos on some of the tables, some magnets and some pins. We're quite excited about our Take Time for Fun mantra. We hope everybody takes that to heart and makes sure that throughout the year you take time for fun. It's my pleasure now to introduce our board president, Mike Daniels. Good luck.
Thank you, Tony. Good evening. I have to wear my glasses because I'm elderly. This leads me to why we're here tonight, why we do what we do, and we volunteer. Is it because we truly enjoy that particular activity? Is it what we do? Is it my thing? Is it because our friends joined and we joined with them, or we wanted to meet some new friends? Is it because it makes a difference, where we see some kind of positive result from our efforts? Or is it because we're paying it forward? Someone did something nice for us at a point, and we decided to give. And then our children will see what we do, and our friends will see what we do, and they decide to give. Or is it for that feeling of accomplishment, that overwhelming feeling of satisfaction? Well, whatever it is for you, whether it's Spring Valley, the Nature Center, the Heritage Farm, if it's recreation events or making food, or foundation events like Solstice, or the Lynx Cup, or serving on one of our committees. Whatever it is for you, I just want you to know we respect you and we thank you.
So without further ado, I'd like to get to the award portion. It's my pleasure to introduce Judy Vito, the volunteer coordinator at Spring Valley. Judy.
guess I'm no better than everybody else. I got to put my glasses on too now. Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. I really want to make sure that you understand that no matter what area of the Park District you volunteer at, you really do make a difference. It's through all of your efforts that the Park District is able to offer all kinds of programming for the community around us. And we are so grateful for all that you do, so thank you. I'd like to take a little moment here to talk about the volunteer program at Spring Valley. The program is currently celebrating its 30th year of existence. We have nearly 200 volunteers who actively participate in all kinds of activities with us. The program has kind of changed over the years, and the jobs that we offer volunteers to help us with have changed as well. Today, the list of volunteer opportunities and the accomplishments is as impressive and as varied as the volunteer staff itself. High schoolers, stay-at-home moms, retired people, professionals who are still working, and everybody else in between all band together to help us get our jobs done. Our volunteers help us out with all kinds of things, almost every facet of operation at our site. They plant native wildflowers and prairie grasses and trees and shrubs. They remove non-native plant species, which, believe me, seems like a never-ending task. Assist with controlled prairie burns, maintain walking trails, create interpretive exhibits, assist with monitoring natural areas and collecting scientific data, restore antique farm equipment and furnishings, create 1880s period clothing, feed and care for our livestock, assist with routine office work, perform various tasks involved both in the preparation and the output of our special events. It just seems like the list goes on and on forever. Now, to get on to our award this year for the Spring Valley Volunteer of the Year, our recipient this year is really one of our multi-talented people. She's been involved in many assets of our program, helping at both the Nature Center and the farm. Her love of nature, past participation in both Spring Valley programs and trips, and the convenience of her living just across the street from us made volunteering at Spring Valley the natural thing to do. Her varied involvement makes her an excellent ambassador for Spring Valley no matter where she goes. It's my pleasure and privilege to announce that this year's recipient of the Spring Valley Volunteer Award goes to Angela Waidanz. Or I'll come back up here.
I'm a little surprised. Totally surprised.
Moving on to the Recreation Volunteer Award, it's my pleasure to introduce the one and only George Gray, Bach Manager and Volunteer Coordinator Extraordinaire. George?
It's a lot to live up to.
Yeah, wow.
I am all of those things. Good evening. Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. On behalf of the Schaumburg Park District Recreation Department, I'd like to echo Judy's sentiments and thank all of you, regardless of the area, Spring Valley, recreation, for all that you do to contribute and to support the Schaumburg Park District's mission. The Schaumburg Park District is blessed with caring, giving, talented, selfless individuals, and we are grateful for every one of you. I think it is very uplifting to see the wide range of ages represented here tonight. You know, volunteering is good for the soul. The best way to feel good is to get up and do something. And you know, people that don't wait for good things to happen to them, that go out and make things happen for other people. That is what volunteering is all about. The Recreation Department also has selected a Volunteer of the Year for 2014. This individual has been a fixture at Schaumburg Park District special events for many years. He was introduced to volunteering with the Schaumburg Park District actually in the 1990s through his involvement with the JCs. Since then, he's accumulated hundreds of hours volunteering for the Recreation Department and also at Spring Valley special events. Besides being friendly, dependable, conscientious, flexible, and a hard worker, he also goes out of his way to bring a unique skill set to special events. But I am pleased mostly during the summer, as mentioned, as the Bach manager, because I get to see him swimming at Bach Pool and taking some time for fun for himself. which he deserves very much for how much he gives. This year's Recreation Department Volunteer of the Year, who I don't think is unfortunately not able to be here tonight, is Bruce Widenhofer. I will accept Bruce's award.
Exactly for Bruce is George, who also might put on an elf hat later today, I heard.
Done worse.
Once again, on behalf of all of our Park District staffs, thanks to you, the volunteers, for all you do for our Park District. Thanks again for coming out. We're back here on Because. I'd like to welcome Pat Casler, the Executive Vice President of the Schaumburg Park District Foundation. Pat, welcome to Because.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by the studio. Let's talk a little bit about the upcoming foundation event, the Solstice Hop Vine. What can you tell us about the event?
Well, for anybody who loves wine and food and beer, this is one of the events of the year in Schaumburg to attend. It's this year, June 21st,
Okay.
which is actually the first day of summer,
Oh.
which I think we're all really
Very much looking forward to that.
Definitely. So we're really going to pull out all the stops and celebrate this year. We have a number of wineries, breweries, and food purveyors who will be gathering at Spring Valley Nature Center on the nature side, not on the farm side, and in the back area where it's all open and beautiful and you can really enjoy the prairie, we'll be having the festival.
Oh, very exciting.
We've got about 16 different vendors this year, and it's going to be a wonderful time.
Great. A lot of the vendors fairly local as far as the wine goes and whatnot.
Definitely. We've got Linford Winery, which this year is again hosting as our host winery. We've got Haley's Winery. They're from out west of Chicago,
Okay.
who is fantastic. Fox Valley is in, and then we have a really neat winery. It's called Aquaviva, and it's down by, I believe it's Maple Park, Illinois. And they actually have a vineyard down there, and,
Oh, cool.
and a huge wine complex. So it's a really pretty place.
Great. And it is the hop and
Vine.
vine. So we do want to talk about the hops a little bit for us non-wine drinkers. Any local breweries involved?
Well, definitely. We've got the Ram. The Ram has been with us from the beginning, and they of course do a fantastic job every year. They actually bring one of their summer brews out.
Oh,
So,
awesome.
we also have the Lucky Monk, who every year comes out with some great varieties.
Yeah, they do a nice job there.
Of beer. And then the Village Vintner, who is actually is known for his wine, hence the vintner. He started brewing his own beers a year ago.
Okay.
And so he's also going to be bringing out some new beers this year, which will be, they're always fantastic.
Great,
So,
great. And entertainment also for that night as
Oh,
well.
we've got fantastic entertainment. We've got the Marty Bonnie DeMuth Jazz Quartet coming out.
Okay.
And they've been with us every year now. So everybody knows that once you hit the festival area, that you hear their beautiful jazz sounds.
Right.
And we also have a new entertainer this year, the Ken Slough Band. And he plays everything from kind of light, easy listening like Gordon Lightfoot to jazz,
Okay.
and even some kind of folk Americana
Right.
type thing. So, and he'll be up by our upper area because we do have two areas.
Right,
to the
right. I was going to
fest,
ask
so-
about that. The two entertainers are going on at the same time because of the two separate areas.
Right, and both the entertainment will go all evening. The event is from 6 to 9 p.m. So it's make sure you're there when the doors open.
Right.
And then at 9 o'clock, as the sun's going down and as it's getting dark, we start closing down the fest.
That's great. And I know one of the new things this year, the sponsor I noticed on the literature?
Well, we have a wonderful community sponsor this year, and that's Schaumburg Bank and Trust, also known as Wintrust.
Sure.
And they're such an asset to the community. And this year they have decided to support Solstice Hop Vine very substantially. We're very grateful. We're thrilled to have them participating.
Right, that's awesome.
And so we welcome them.
Yeah, I think they're a great addition to the event, and it goes right along with their messaging. You know, you hear whatnot that they're very much a community bank, and nice for them to support this community event.
They are absolutely terrific, and I know they're very excited to be there. And they'll be doing actually the raffle drawing this year. So everybody who comes, I hope, as they see the people from Wintrust, they thank them for their support of this great community event.
Right. And this is a foundation event. Tell us a little bit about the foundation and what these dollars are raised for, and what it helps the foundation do.
Well, the Park Foundation's been around for more than 40 years, almost as long as the
Right.
Park District. And they do a variety of projects that support the community, particularly sponsorships. Almost $15,000 per year are now earmarked from the funds raised at
Right.
different events for foundation scholarships. And these scholarships help needy families attend different things at the Park District that financially they might not be able to otherwise. So
Right.
help give a kid a dance class or give a family a fitness pass. And it's really our way, the Park District and the Park Foundation's way to give back to the community.
Yeah, I think that's great, and a lot of people might not realize that, you know, Schaumburg is a great area, but there are some people that are disadvantaged that do need assistance through the scholarship program. And I think the foundation does a great job in distributing those dollars through the scholarships and really makes an impact on people's life in the community.
Definitely.
That's great.
And the foundation does do some other things in the community. They've bought a bus for senior citizen trips that is used a lot.
Right.
And they've also contributed to the renovation at the museum at Spring Valley, that now if you go there, there's a variety of interactive exhibits for kids. And also this year they're contributing to the opening of the dog park
Right,
that the Park District is doing, and they're going to be paying for the amenities, whether it be, I don't know, some fire hydrants or
Sure, yeah,
fun things
agility
for
course
dogs.
items, yeah, things
Right.
like that go in the dog park. That's great, that's great. And other details for the event, it's coming up quick, and I know tickets typically go briskly, so what else can you tell us about that?
Well, if you'd like tickets for the event, they are available through PayPal. And you get to that PayPal through SchaumburgParkFoundation.org.
Okay.
And you're also available by calling 847-985-2115, and we can process the payment over the phone. They're available through the Park District's class program, our regular registration. So there are a variety of ways, and if you'd like to buy your tickets in person, they're available both at Spring Valley and here at the Administration Building, which is at 235 East Beach Drive here in
Great.
Schaumburg.
Great, and one of the important details too for people that haven't been to the event as far as parking goes.
Well, parking's always kind of a thing that we do off-site because
Right.
there are so many people at this event that it's necessary for us to go off-site for parking. So parking this year will be at Conant High School, and we'll have shuttle buses running regularly to and from the event throughout the evening.
Yeah, and it's great for people that have been out. It's a very efficient operation with the parking off-site, and then the shuttle buses before and after the event get people back and forth to Spring very, very quickly.
Right, there's really no waiting, and everything's pretty efficient.
that's
So
great.
you do have to be 21 to purchase tickets or to be on the festival grounds that evening.
Right.
So we're sorry, but there are no children who will be allowed in. It's going to be a wonderful kind of date night event.
Yeah, Pat, looking forward to this. Thank you very much for stopping in studio. Good luck with the event. I know it's going to be a great success, and like you mentioned at the beginning, it's going to be a great beginning of summer event. We're all looking for summer to get here.
It is, and just one more thing.
Sure.
This is a sellout event. It sells out every single
Right.
year, and
Good
this
point.
year we've still got more than a month to go before the event, and more than half the tickets have been sold.
Sure.
So if you are interested in attending Solstice Hop Vine this year, please get your tickets soon. We hate for anybody to be disappointed.
Right. Good point. Yeah. It's nice that they go briskly, but people need to act quickly to be involved in the event. Well, Pat, thanks so much for stopping by the studio. We appreciate it, and good luck again with this event.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after these messages.
I'm Mary Rice. I'm the Environmental Education Coordinator here at Spring Valley Nature Center and Heritage Farm. And I'm here today with a very special class, our weekly Yoga at the Cabin class. I think we've had this class for approximately 15 years down here at the cabin on Tuesday and Thursday nights with level 1s and level 2s. You're lucky if you can find a place in the class because once somebody gets in, they stay and stay and stay. We'll be asking some of these people how many years they've been taking it, and you might be surprised. I'm standing here with Nancy Rabinow, our instructor, and we're going to be asking her some questions about how she got into yoga. So are you ready?
I am.
Okay. When did you first get interested in yoga? How many years ago?
It's pushing around 20 years now, and it was in a corporate environment where I was allowed to take a lunch hour class once a week. It was on Wednesdays, and once I started taking it, I was hooked. It just became something that helped me relax and get my mind off of the workplace while I was still there on the premises. It was awesome.
That's amazing. Do they still do that at that job?
I believe so. Yes.
Afterwards, you can tell me exactly where that is. Although I suppose I could come down here to weekly yoga if you had room for me here, ladies and gentlemen. Why did you decide to become an instructor?
I enjoyed it so much. I became very aware of how it affected my mind, body, and spirit. It built a connection between the two. And learning to breathe diaphragmatically, where it calms the nervous system, I can feel it calm the entire body. So what happens to me is, and I always tell the class and the students how much I enjoy the energy I get from them. And I always have said, teaching children, etc., you learn more from your students than they do from me, so it's a lot of fun for me.
I've read a lot of books, and I believe everything you're saying. I just wish I could put it into practice myself. How did you become an instructor? Is there some sort of certification or program you go through?
Yes. There's a 200-hour teacher's training program, and you need to get certified at a school that's also certified to teach the program. And there's anatomy and physiology, different philosophy that you learn, and you do take different tests along the way. And then you practice, of course, teaching and other things. So there's a certain number of hours that have to be put in through the books, as well as through testing, as well as on-hands practice.
Oh, it's hard to know what to follow up after that. That's a lot of
It's a
information.
lot. It's a lot of fun, though.
Do you enjoy teaching down here at the cabin? What makes the cabin special? Why do you choose to come here instead of other places?
Well, I come here because of the students, first and foremost, of course, but the other thing is the nature. The nature can create this calmness, this serenity when you're in this area and just surrounded by different sounds and activities. It's like the change of seasons. You never know what to expect. And it's always so much fun because what we get from the sounds and someone saying, oh, did you see the deer when you walked in, or the raccoons when you walked in? Everybody says, did you get to see that? And what was that sound? The eyes get big, and then the kid comes out of all of us, and we enjoy it so much. It's fun.
Do you ever do yoga outside?
I have in the past. We haven't here. So that's a good idea. Now is the season to do it before the mosquitoes come out.
And before it gets hotter outside than it is inside.
Take a deep inhalation and push those shoulder blades into the floor. Let the chest rise. The arch in the back may get bigger too, so honor that not to go too far. Another deep inhalation as you hold the upper back down, and as you exhale, push the belly to the spine, to the mat, and connect the entire spine to the floor. Bend the knees slightly, the elbows, and roll gently from side to side, just warming up the body, remembering, feeling the massage where you're touching the floor and the mat, the feet, the head, and stretch it off to the left side of the left fist and relax into a twist. The left elbow 90 degrees or not. You can rest it down on top of that right arm. Stretch the right leg behind you, toes under, and get a nice calf stretch here, pushing the heel away, the right heel behind you and away. And allow that line of energy to flow from the fingertips to the toes, and from the toes back to the fingertips.
I've been here at the cabin for over 10 years now.
Wow, then you have seen a lot, done a lot, gone through a lot,
Yes, I am.
and you're one of the returnees.
Yes, I always am at my computer signing on first thing that Monday morning.
You're one of those. I've had a lot of experience with you people, I know that. Do you ever take the level 2? Because I know this first hour is level 1.
I actually take the level 1 because I like the time. But sometimes if I was going to make up a class, I can go into the level 2. That's the nice thing about yoga. You're working by yourself, and you can, you know, go back and forth when you want to.
So when did you get started in yoga? Was it here at the cabin or prior to that?
It was here at the cabin. I was looking in the book one day, and I thought, that sounds interesting. I'm a golfer, I'm a bowler. I needed flexibility, so I thought, why don't I try at least a class and see how I do? And I was hooked then.
Have you ever taken it any place else besides here at the cabin?
I have at CRC. I
Okay.
take it on Saturday mornings there.
Oh, is there any difference between the two places?
It's a larger facility, so there's more people. But they combine the class level 1 and level 2.
Okay, which in a way we sort of do too, because really with all your experience, I mean, if you compare me to you, I'm a level 0, and you're probably, let's say a level 4, 5, whatever. One thing that's nice about yoga, it's not really leveled, it's just, as you say, it's an independent individual type of thing.
Yes.
And what does it do for you then, besides the flexibility which you mentioned?
Well, like Nancy was saying, it's peaceful, it gives you some calming. When you're out there with driving and everything, you can do your yoga breathing and feel better out there, and it calms you down at work. So I would recommend it for anyone, all ages.
I've tried taking it in the past, but it always seems like I choose a place that's 45 minutes away. By the time I drive there, I'm a nervous wreck, and by the time I get home, I've lost the entire benefit of it.
Right. Well, I learned that early. It's nice to have a class close to home. You normally attend it more if it's closer.
You are a wise woman, teaching me many things, Donna. Thank you so much.
Releasing to the mat, relaxing, letting go. Remember, you can do fist over fist under your forehead. You can do forearm over forearm. And relax right where you are.
And you are?
I'm Glenda Klein.
Glenda, I'm glad to meet you. How long have you been taking yoga here at the cabin?
You know, it's been about 7.5 years. Right after I retired as a school social worker, I began the yoga here at the cabin.
And was that your first experience with yoga?
It was, and I really wasn't expecting it to take, but it was instantaneous. I just fell in love with it from the first class.
And have you ever tried it any place else, any other studio or any other place in the Park District?
No, I haven't, because I love the yoga at the cabin. I did go from once a week to twice a week, and I really enjoy both days.
Do you do anything, any other kind of physical activity besides yoga?
You know, I'm a walker as well on a daily basis.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Release by framing and coming down into child's pose. Relax and breathe with that breath and feel the lower back.
Well, this is Mary Rice signing off for Schaumburg Park District's Because TV, and we thank you for joining us at Weekly Yoga at the Cabin here at Spring Valley Nature Center and Heritage Farm.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to take time for fun.